Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com, and with the 12th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, who will the Green Bay Packers take? Well, keep in mind, they have the 12th pick, and they also have the 30th pick, but with this new regime, who knows what they're going to do with these picks? I mean, this is a different Green Bay Packers than what you're used to. Now, keep in mind, they had Mike McCarthy. He was hired in 2006. He had a 125-77-2 record at that time, including one Super Bowl victory. That's a 61.27 percentage, win rate, and that's really good. I mean, that will get him another job, either in the NFL or in the college ranks someday when he wants to go back to coaching. This guy was a really good head coach, but his time kind of came. Now, keep in mind, Brian. And I'm going to butcher the last name, but Gunkust, I am so sorry. I cannot pronounce it. Please forgive me, because what you're doing is great. You went ahead and made the trade. Now, keep in mind, it's a late first-round pick, but you still got 2 first-round picks. You still got Aaron Rodgers. And, before free agency started, I looked at the Green Bay Packers, and I was like, man, they need some outside linebackers. Well, bam! You got Preston Smith, you got Za'Darius Smith. That's fixed. That's something new. The old Green Bay Packers would try to build through the draft, use the draft picks that they have available to get some outside linebackers, try to develop them. They're not really big in a free agency. Not anymore. This is a different Green Bay Packers organization. Then you go ahead and you also sign Adrian Amos away from the Bears, Billy Turner from the Denver Broncos, and then you re-sign. This is really interesting because you re-sign Mercedes Lewis. You still keep Jimmy Graham on the roster because there's a lot of mocks about them taking one of the Iowa tight ends, which is extremely conceivable, and that would work good. But do you really want to do that when you already have 2 other tight ends? Do you want to go outside linebackers when you spend all that money on outside linebackers? So what are the Green Bay Packers going to do? Here you are. You have a new head coach, David LaFleur. I am so sorry. Matt LaFleur. My mistake. David LaFleur, former LSU tight end. Matt LaFleur, quarterbacks coach. So I think one of the reasons they hired him is because, not because I got his name wrong, but the main reason they hired him is that I think him and Rodgers are going to have a really good relationship. The guy's known for working wonders with quarterbacks. Last year in Tennessee, but this is a guy who a lot of people think have had really, really, really kind words to say about him. Started out under Mike Shanahan, and then his son Kyle spoke highly of him. Of course, if you watch my previous video, he worked as an offensive coordinator under Sean McVay, so everybody's trying to get part of that Sean McVay coaching tree right now, and that's one of the reasons why he got up to Green Bay, is because you need somebody to work with Aaron Rodgers, who Aaron Rodgers may not win MVP each year, but he's the most important player in the NFL, because you take Aaron Rodgers away from the Green Bay Packers, they're not a playoff team. You take Tom Brady away, they brought in Matt Castle in 2008. They won 11-5. Chiefs fans say, what are we going to do without Patrick Mahomes? I actually think even without Mahomes, they would find a way to win about 9 or 10 games. You take Aaron Rodgers away, you're not going to the playoffs. So I think that working with Aaron Rodgers and building the team around him, which is interesting because they spent a lot of money on free agent linebackers. So keep in mind, you got a new regime, a former quarterbacks coach taken as a first-time NFL head coach. Mike Pettine's still going to run the defense, which is really underrated in Green Bay. Now he's got some new toys. So who are the Green Bay Packers going to take at 12? And there's a lot of players that I could mock here, but the one name that really sticks out, the way the draft board breaks down for me, is I think Aaron Rodgers wants to be happy, and the best toy you could give him is a freak of nature, and you got one here at number 12 in DK Metcalf. If you don't know who this guy is, you've been living under a rock. You saw the pictures before the combine. He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s. This guy is just ripped. Then he goes to combine, runs a 4.33, putting him in very elite company. But then you go back and you watch his film, and the film matches the hype around his build. Now, keep in mind, this is a redshirt sophomore, missed the last 7 games of the season, so he's not very experienced. The route tree isn't fully developed, but keep in mind you got him next to Devontae Adams and his 1,300. I'm sorry, a little tongue tied here. It's his 111 catches, 1,386 yards, and 13 touchdowns. So you don't need him to come in and be the number one guy. He's just a new toy for Aaron Rodgers to play with. Give the guy a freak of nature, because that division's getting a very, very, very interesting very fast. I like what the Lions are doing. Minnesota, if you've been following me, I got kind of a crush on Minnesota. And the Bears last year, they won the division. They're on the upswing. I know they lost their defensive coordinator to Denver, but that team is loaded and really I think they're getting better. So, Van Gio's going to be a loss, but that's still a team to be reckoned with. So, hey, up here in the NFC North, this is going to be a very exciting division. So I think Green Bay is going to kind of roll the dice here at 12, just pick the best player available. Now at 30, you could do a variety of different things. Now, could they take these picks and trade up? They could. They realistically could if there's somebody who they fell in love with, but who? Who do you take? You've been drafting young secondary talent. You got a pair of outside linebackers. You really don't need any help in the offensive line that you're going to find in the top 5. So in my opinion, I think you just take the best player available at 12. Now you could go with either Iowa tight end, but you re-sign Mercedes Lewis. You got Jimmy Graham. I mean, are you going to play with 3 tight ends? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but you need a wide receiver. The best one on the board's available. Go ahead and take them. So if you are a subscriber to my channel already, I cannot thank you enough. All your wildest dreams will come true. You're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. But if you're new to my channel, or you're a cheesehead, or just a fan of the NFL draft, there's this really awesome button just right down here. Go ahead and take a look and BAM! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Wait till tomorrow where I break down the Dolphins pick at number 13. So I'll see you tomorrow.